Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Create Your Own Reality podcast, where we share stories and practical tips to help you level up your mindset, reconnect with your purpose, and boost your confidence. If this is your first time listening to the show, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're able to take something from this episode to turn your day from good to great. Let's get into it. Not everyone is going to understand your dreams. Find the ones that do, and make them a part of your journey. I cannot express how important this truly is. Throughout my entire life, I feel like I have dealt with this situation or have always had that thought in the back of my mind. I remember my senior year in college. Of course, everybody's deciding on what college they're going to, what major they're going to be, all of those exciting things that you do, of course, in your senior year of college. At the time, I was committed to a school in Los Angeles, California for dance. And I will never forget somebody asking me, "Why are you going to school for dance?" And it's so funny because there was this character on a TV show, I want to say it was Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. Don't quote me on that, I am not 100% sure. All I do remember is that actor had said to follow your dreams. And that is basically exactly what I told him. I said to follow my dreams. At that time, dance was the biggest, most important thing of my life. And of course, why would I not follow my dream of becoming a professional dancer and choreographer? Now, although that isn't my dream at this moment in time any longer, I do still absolutely love dance. I love being able to take class whenever I can. I love the movement, the freedom it gives me in my body, just the feeling that you have after taking a class. It really is unmatched. But yeah, it's just those priorities have shifted in my life. And I think that is something that we also have to understand as well. Different phases in our lives are going to call for different things. That's the same reason why in most cases, now of course this isn't true for everybody, but in most cases you're going to see those friendships come and go throughout your life. Now, you may have those people that you're still friends with from middle school or high school even, just depending on, maybe if you've moved away or if you haven't, or how close you are with those friends. Maybe they were ingrained in your family before you were even born, so they're more family friends than anything else, which is still incredible. But there's still going to be those people throughout your life that come and go. And I think that's always something to recognize and to really kind of draw attention to, because I know for myself, at least, there have been a couple points in my life where people have kind of, stepped away from my path, of course, gone along their own path. But in that moment, it didn't feel like that separation didn't feel like it was in the right timing. But now when I look back on it, I realized that it really was. Even if it was hard for me at that particular moment, it was really just bringing me closer to that next version of myself. And honestly, I am so incredibly grateful for all the people that I've had in my life, all of my friends, all of my family, everybody who has supported me and continues to support me in my journey, because I definitely would not be where I am without them. And I really do think that that's something important and good and healthy to acknowledge every once in a while as well. Because I don't think we let those people know enough how grateful we truly are for them. And that's important, right? Because I'm sure that that's something they don't hear from most people on a daily basis. And even if somebody's going through something really difficult, or maybe, they're struggling along their own journey and they feel like they don't have that support system that they're looking for, you can really make somebody's day by just reminding them how grateful you are for them. But moving into the next chapter of your life, I also heard this quote recently that what you've done up until now is going to keep you at that point, but it's not going to move you forward. Right? So I think that's where things tend to get a little tricky. So, going back to the main quote that we started off with here, find those who support your dreams and let them follow you along your journey. right? Now, if you're anything like me, again, multi-passionate person, gone through many different phases, many different interests, mostly along the same path though, so it doesn't stray really too far from like the creativity realm, personal development, mental health, really wanting to help others. It's so important to find people that connect with those same interests, because those are the people that you're going to really relate to the most at the end of the day. I think another big one for me personally that I'm realizing at this point in my own journey is I really need to find more of those people, just like-minded people that I can truly connect with on a deeper level, help share ideas with, and just grow with more along the path that I'm working towards right now. But also, in that sense, more entrepreneurs, more small business owners who are really working on growing, of course, themselves and their business as well. Because even those who are a little bit further along than me, of course, are going to have more experience, might be able to pass on some wisdom, and even in areas that maybe they may be struggling in, I might have a little bit of knowledge in, we might be able to help each other out. And I think that is really the truest form of friendship, the truest form of collaboration, and just having those really good relationships, right? Because we're all going to have our strengths and weaknesses, and it's super, super important to know what both of those are for yourself. Because if you don't know where your strengths lie and where your weaknesses lie, you're just going to wind up clashing, and that's where you can get frustrated in the middle of something that you're trying to figure out. You might be trying so hard on something that is really a weakness of yours that you're just not acknowledging because you really, really are intent on moving this idea forward, or again, just trying to get yourself to that next level. When what you may actually need is somebody to help you out in that area. And if you're anything like me, I know one of my biggest weaknesses, honestly, is asking for help. So I think just having that realization for myself in these past couple months especially has been something that has been really mind-blowing and just groundbreaking, because I have already started to, I guess, put myself in different communities and different areas that I haven't, looked for advice or help in previously. And honestly, I can already say that I have such a better idea of how to handle these situations and weaknesses of mine moving forward, which is just so very exciting. Because over the past couple of years, they've just been things that I have not been able to conquer per se. And yeah, it's just been really holding me back. So that's another thing to really kind of be mindful of as you go along your journey, right? You can't do everything by yourself. That's why you need those important people in your life to help support you. So I'm going to leave it with this for you guys. Who is your circle of 5? Do you have 5 people around you that inspire you, that help you grow, that support you no matter what? Leave it down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. See if that's something that you have in this very moment, or even if it's something that you're still working on developing. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend. Comment down below to share your takeaways with others, and join the email list from the link in the show notes. Until next time, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others.